Hi, I'm Melanie with Shreveport Sewing Center, and congratulations on your new baby lock machine. Today we're going to talk about the Ellure Plus, which is also very similar to the baby lock Ellure. We will talk about winding a bobbin, threading the machine, placing your bobbin properly in your bobbin case and in your bobbin case tension, and I'll take you through some of the screen. So first we will wind the bobbin. You have 3 different spool caps that come with your machine. You have a large, a medium, and a small. So make sure you use the proper spool cap and that the spool cap is slightly larger than the spool itself. So with this spool we will use the medium one. To wind the bobbin, we will follow the dotted lines. And I always say, if you can count, you can thread and wind a bobbin. So we will go to 1. 1 says to come around and go to 2. And 2 directs you over here. Now, they have the instructions printed on the machine itself in case the top comes off. So the directions for winding the bobbin is actually over here instead of right here where you need to be. 2 comes to here. I'm going to go behind, in between, and underneath. Make sure you're underneath the spring. This spring gives you the correct tension to wind a smooth bobbin. If your bobbin is lumpy and is not up underneath the spring, you will not be able to use it. So never use a mushy bobbin. I will now take my bobbin. This machine uses a 15 class, and snap it on. And now I will wind it around 5 or 6 times clockwise and use the cutter at the bottom to cut it. There's no more doing it the old way by putting your thread through the top and having to hold it. I will snap it to the right, and your red button turns orange. If you do not have your foot control plugged in, you will just hit the start button. When your bobbin is full, the bobbin will stop spinning, but the motor will still run, so you will have to hit the start-stop button again. So I will hit the start-stop button. I will push my bobbin back to the left, take it off, and use that same cutter to cut it. I will now place the bobbin in your bobbin case. I will flip this to the right. There's a nice diagram on the top that says the thread has to come from the top and go to the left. I will drop it in. Put a little bit of tension on your bobbin with your finger as you wind it around the arrows, and then it will cut it off. You know that your bobbin thread is in your bobbin case tension properly when you pull your bobbin out and it is caught. If ever you're sewing or embroidering and your thread looks lumpy or it's coming to the top of your fabric, in most cases you're not in your bobbin case tension and you need to rethread your bobbin. The tab will go underneath the metal and then it will snap down again on the right. To thread the top of the machine, we will now follow the solid line, and again we will count. I hit the needle up, needle down button to make sure my needle's at the highest position, and I make sure that my presser foot is all the way up to release the top tension. I'm now going to count. 1 around, 2 says to go to the left, 3 says to go back up, 4 goes down, 5, and then 6. Now, once I get past the top of the machine, I go ahead and lower my presser foot. That kind of puts tension on my top thread to make it easier to snap it into number 6. Number 6 you will snap from the right to the left, and then now we're going to move on to the needle threader. Because I hit my needle up, needle down button before I started to thread the machine, I know my needle's in the proper place for the needle threader to work properly. There's a groove here that I will go in. and I will go into number 7. The diagram is right here. I will come over to the side and cut my thread off, and I will lower my lever all the way down until it snaps the thread into place. I will do a test now before I sew. With my presser foot up, I can pull the thread. With my presser foot down, the thread is a little harder to pull and will actually even bend the needle a little bit. So I know that my top thread is threaded correctly because it is in the tension. I'll put my thread up underneath my presser foot into the back. You want about 3 or 4 inches. And now I'm able to place my fabric up underneath and sew. With this machine, threading the bobbin and leaving a tail, you do not have to pick up your bobbin thread. It will automatically do it for you.